The case is Roswell Black Hawk Gaming ATX. As you can see, is Meet Tower ATX. These two on top are the antenna for the Asus V Deluxe. So if you pick one, they are magnetized antennas, so they basically stick to any metal surface. So you can basically attach them to anything. But the case is pretty nice. It comes with a docking area, so if you do video editing or anything like that, this would be ideal for you. I don't really do much editing, but I do use external drives to save some of my games and stuff like that, and it's easy to swap. And also, if any of you go to LAN parties or anything like that, and you have a home computer versus also a LAN setup, this will be a quick way to play with your regular home, and then you can just take the hard drive with you when you go into a LAN party. Let's open the case. To open this, you just have thumb screws and open it. It comes off easily. You get the 2 thumb screws. Oh, and here we are. As you can see, there's a fan on the case, so it's attached to a Molex. And this fan came with the case. The power supply is bronze, 80 bronze by Roswell. The RBR 1000, it's a 1000 watt. So the cooler that I have currently on is the Cooler Master X6 Elite. Now this can be oriented in 2 ways. Well, in 4 ways, but let's say 2 ways: horizontal, vertical. Now in each way you can set it up to wherever you want the fan. For example, since I have it horizontal, I can set it up again where I flip this completely upside down, where the fan will be up here, but I didn't see a purpose to that. That would mean it to be taking air from the top and in. And most of you, we already know, a lot of people have argued that it's better to pull air and exit from the top, because you have cool air from the bottom, and hot air tends to move towards upward rather than downward. So trying to get a cool air on the top of a case where everything where the cool air, hot air is already are, it's kind of difficult. Here's the NZXT IU01 USB expansion that I was reviewing. That stays there with a Velcro that came with it, so you just stick it in and so forth. For my hard drive, I have a SSD in there, and that's a OCZ Agility 3 SSD, 120 gigabyte. That's where my operating system is. For my media, I have a 1 terabyte Cavalier Grain from Western Digital. Now, it's a 5400 RPM drive, but I don't do much on it, so I didn't get something faster. I am thinking about upgrading to a 7200 RPM. So in the future, I'll probably get 3 terabytes, and if I can, I'll probably get 2 of them rated in 0 for faster performance and also better performance, even though it's kind of iffy, as in if you lose one drive, you lose both of your data in RAID 0. So you lose your data completely. So for somebody to run that, we actually need another drive, which I'll probably use this as the backup file. So that will back up, then the 2 will be in RAID 0, so everything will be fine. And for my, as you can see, my card under there, I have to go with a low profile because of this cooler. So this case is mainly for air cooling. Water cooling is nearly impossible. It's not completely impossible. It is plausible, but not very advised, because there's no space up there for anything other than 140 millimeter fan. Except if you do alterations to the case, you might be able to, but you will lose this completely. You will have to remove this completely. So I wouldn't advise it. So yeah. For the optical drive, I just have regular DVD drives, 2 of them. One capable of doing light scribe. So the top I might exchange is the Asus and the OnLight. So let me get to the front. So we have Asus and OnLight over there. Then I have a Rosewell card reader. Comes with 3 USB and 1 eSATA. I probably won't use that. Then you have an external power. So you can. It comes with a cable that you plug here, and then you can plug to a drive, so that you can use the eSATA. But only few drives come with that kind of setup, so that might be useless for a while. So, but it's fine. What I wanted to use on it was the card reader, so that works fine. And I think that'll be the card in there is HIS Radeon HD 7770, and I'll probably get a second one to run Crossfire, since that's a 1000 watts power supply. It should be able to run it fine with no problem. Even though it's a bronze, it will run it perfectly fine. So you don't have to go for the really expensive one to get a good performance. And yeah, in the back, Asus did something really nice with the motherboard I'm using. Is Z77 is Z77 P8 Z77 V Deluxe. Yes. Now in the back you have a quick flashback right there. Now the quick flashback, and that's the one with the green. So this, you press the button to quick flash the files, and then you have this USB input for any, like you could put your BIOS file in a USB, plug it in, click the button, and then quickly flash updates. Now there's something Asus came up with called the A1 charger. Now what this does is allows your computer to charge your device at a faster rate than a regular USB could. So when you plug a USB device here to charge, it won't recognize, if you set once you activate it, it won't recognize the the device as a USB device. It will recognize it as a it won't actually show up at all on your drive thing, but on your device your device will say it's charging. So it won't show anything on your computer, but it will say it's charging. And the second thing is it allows for off mode and sleep charging. Now this allows you to charge your device while your computer is either in sleep mode, hibernate, or off. So that's very useful. Some of you have seen the yellow USB. So basically the same thing that does, this is capable of doing. And other than that, that's about it about my case. And this version, the V Deluxe version, comes with a Wi-Fi. Now as you can see, I'm connected to Ethernet. I don't really advise you to use Wi-Fi. Again, this is not my permanent location where I will leave this computer, so it will later go in the office. So until I run the Ethernet to that area, I will have to use the Wi-Fi. So I have to set that up. But if you're gonna use your computer for gaming or anything, every file transfer within the house or outside the house, so inter-network or intra-network, it will be better to run it through Ethernet because you get faster speed, faster download and upload. If you use the Ethernet than the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi actually slows down your internet by around 20%. If I'm, and then again, I shouldn't quote myself. So people might argue on that. So, but the fact is, your Wi-Fi will slow down your internet no matter what. And some people might say if you get a better router, not really. I have an N900 by Netgear, and that's about the best you can go over Wi-Fi. The only thing you get out of those is the file transfer within your network. So if you're transferring file from one computer inside your house to a different computer inside your house, it will be okay. But if you're trying to play video games, your ping will still drop compared to if you're plugged directly through Ethernet. So that's one thing to take note. Other than that, that will be it. That's my case. Now, there was a revision that Rosewheel did, which I need to point out. Some of the cases I've seen, some of the review I've seen of this case didn't have this. Now they have a USB 2.0, and then these 2.0 didn't. USB 2, USB 3.0, 4, USB 2.0. This USB 3.0 used to come with just a regular cable, but now they have a internet internal I/O. So that's the input/output header, internal header. So as you can see, that's the USB 3.0 cable that connects to that. So it connects internally. You don't have to get an adapter or anything anymore. So Rosewheel did good on upgrading that to this. So if you're thinking about buying this case, it's better. It's now even much better than it was when it first came out. And one nice thing about the panel is this panel that you have is a little dented, so can't really. I don't have a really nice camera to say. Let me turn off the light and see. Hold on. With this panel, so if you get if you're thinking about setting up LED lights within your case, this would be a really nice case to get. You don't have a huge panel where you have to worry about any of the plastic falling off or anything like that. It's not really that big. It's relatively small panel, but enough to actually showcase a lot in your case. So this is very ideal for. Now that's a 120 millimeter fan area. You can put a 120 and I think a smaller one, 80 millimeter, I believe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. You can set it up to actually pull or push air into and out of the case. So that's something nice that they did. I don't really think anybody will ever use this. So if you really need extra cooling, you get that. Now I have a 2700K processor, overclocked to 4.5. I've tested the stability. Is completely stable with this cooler that I have. It's very stable. I've used it for gaming for a long period of time. Nothing showed up at all. So if you're thinking about water cooling, you might not really need it. So that's something to think about. And also, if you get in this case, water cooling, like I said, water cooling is almost impossible. The only way you can do it is actually to remove your drive bays. So sacrificing the drive bay might give you a little space to put a radiator. And as you can see here, I'm allowed to put another 120 to 140 millimeter fan. But the thing is, my wiring is all in the way, so that is impossible. But it's nice that they gave us that option. So if you have a better cable management than I do, you might actually be able to put a intake fan there. So that's my case.